part 2. Go back to watch part 1 if you need a little refresher on the main players. It ends with us, our main players. We've got Justin Baldoni. We have Blake Lively. And the truth is, I should have put Blake on top of Justin because Blake started the fight. And this is very important because she just tried to get out of it yesterday. But you can't start a fire and then try to run, in my opinion. Blake started on December 21st by releasing a CRD complaint here in California, which basically was a complaint with the Civil Rights Division, which said that Justin Baldoni sexually harassed her and then ignited a smear campaign in retaliation in the during the production of It Ends With Us and then afterwards. I'm not going to get into the details of the lawsuit. I have many videos, I think like 50 videos in my playlist for It Ends With Us, so you can go back and do that. But Blake Lively went and started by putting out this complaint towards Justin Baldoni, and she did it through the New York Times, which of course was led by Megan Twohey, who happens to be the Pulitzer Prize winning journalist who wrote the Harvey Weinstein Me Too. Big, groundbreaking articles for the New York Times in 2017, 18. The end of December, Justin Baldoni hires my favorite, Brian Friedman. This is Justin Baldoni's attorney. By the way, when Blake Lively filed a CRD, she didn't just go for Justin Baldoni. We can't forget. She also went after Jamie Heath. If you remember, he was his partner at Wayfarer. She also went after Steve Sarowitz, who was also the CEO of Wayfarer. And then she also went after PR execs, Jen Abel, who happens to be Justin Baldoni's publicist. And she went after Melissa Nathan, who is Justin Baldoni's crisis PR publicist. I'll get into that in just a second. She also went after a man and this is just for the CRD, she went after a man named Jed Wallace. Okay? More on that in just a second. Well, Brian Friedman said, N-O, no, and hit Blake Lively. Well, actually, first went after the New York Times with a staggering $250 million lawsuit. And that was in the end of the year. And the second that lawsuit hit, Blake Lively went bam, right after Justin Baldoni and Steve and Jamie and Jen and Melissa and I think all of them, but not Jed. She did not sue Jed, but she sued all of these people and included Wayfarer, of course, and sued all of them for all of those things, for the sexual harassment, for the smear campaign. Well, a few days later, Justin Baldoni went back and sued Blake Lively for $400 million, but he didn't just sue Blake, he also included Blake's phenomenal stand-up, I'm being facetious, husband, Ryan Reynolds, $400 million. Meanwhile, Stephanie Jones, where does she come in? Stephanie Jones used to be Justin Baldoni's publicist, and she comes in and she decides to sue Justin. In addition, okay, and I know, and that's why she comes up today, She, I believe, is ground zero. I believe she should actually be in the middle because, in my opinion, she is where this all started. But in terms of lawsuits, because that's what this is important, Blake Lively also had a publicist here. And Blake Lively's publicist was also sued. And her name is Leslie Sloan. Remember, I'm doing this off the top of my head, so if I'm forgetting anyone, you guys have to let me know. Leslie Sloan, Vision PR. She is also being sued. So now it's Justin Baldoni versus Blake versus Ryan and versus Leslie Sloan. And it's Blake Lively versus Steve Sarowitz, Jamie Heath. Wayfarer versus Jen Abel versus Melissa Nathan. I think I got it right. Oh, Justin Baldoni is also against New York Times. Now, Jen Wallace is like, hey, hold up. Wait a minute. Can I take a sip? Wait a minute. You named me in the CRD complaint. You put my name out there for the world to hate on me. And then you left me for dead. That's not going to happen. So guess what he does? He sues Blake, which I think is genius. Because he has proof now. And he has now put himself under oath that says, I have not done one thing to smear you. And he has said under oath, I did not at all work with Justin Baldoni, work with Melissa Nathan, work with Jen Abel, or work with It Ends With Us in any way to smear you, Blake Lively. So why'd you smear me and put my name out there? I think he has a great case, personally. As if I'm a lawyer. I mean, I'm just a content creator. Mommy sleuth, right? Steph McNeil, that one's for you. Okay. Everyone's trying to get out of it. Leslie Sloan filed a motion to dismiss. The judge said, you're still in it. Ryan Reynolds filed a silly motion to dismiss, saying he calls him a predator, but it's just his opinion. Lame. Now, Blake Lively filed a motion to dismiss, trying to get off because of the California and New York jurisdiction and other things. We're going to see what happens there. But in the meantime, Justin Baldoni said, oh, hold on, wait a minute. I'm going to add one more person to my sue list. I'm going after this one. Because Stephanie Jones, you started the fire. Arsonist. Right here. Number 1. In my opinion. IMO. Jen Abel also is suing Stephanie Jones. So we have Jen Abel suing Stephanie Jones. Yes, this case is messy. Every day there's a new update. Follow for more.